Well, hello there, my fellow movie enthusiasts. Today, I want to talk about one of my favorite movies of all time, The Green Mile. Released in 1999, this movie has everything you could possibly want in a film: drama, suspense, heartwarming moments, and even a touch of the supernatural. So, let's dive into this review, shall we? First off, I have to say that the casting in this movie is spot on. Tom Hanks plays Paul Edgecombe, the head guard of a death row cell block in Louisiana in 1935. And let me tell you, Tom Hanks absolutely kills it in this role. He brings so much emotion and depth to the character, and you really feel for him as he struggles with the moral implications of his job. And of course, we can't forget about the late, great Michael Clark Duncan, who plays John Coffey, a death row inmate who possesses mysterious powers. This man was a force to be reckoned with, and his performance in this movie is nothing short of legendary. Now, let's get into the nitty-gritty of the plot. The Green Mile follows the story of Paul Edgecombe and his fellow guards as they oversee the executions of various inmates, including the aforementioned John Coffey. Along the way, they encounter a number of obstacles and conflicts, from corrupt guards to inmates with grudges against each other. But the real heart of the movie comes from the relationship between Paul and John Coffey. As Paul begins to uncover the truth about John's powers, he is forced to question everything he thought he knew about justice and morality. And as John faces his own impending execution, he shows Paul the true meaning of compassion and forgiveness. Now, I know what you're thinking. This all sounds very heavy and serious. Where's the funny part? Well, my friends, fear not, because while The Green Mile is certainly a dramatic and emotional movie, it's also chock full of moments that will have you laughing out loud. For one thing, there's the character of Percy Wedmore, a sadistic guard who takes pleasure in tormenting the inmates. Now, I know he's not exactly a likable character, but man, does he provide some comic relief. From his ridiculous haircut to his constant need for attention, Percy is just the kind of character you love to hate. And then there's the scene where John Coffey heals Paul's urinary tract infection. Yes, you read that right. It's a strange, surreal moment that's both hilarious and heartwarming at the same time. I mean, who knew that curing a UTI could be so emotional? It's just one example of the unexpected humor that The Green Mile manages to weave into its otherwise heavy story. But perhaps the funniest thing about this movie is the fact that it's over 3 hours long. I mean, seriously, what were they thinking? Don't get me wrong, I love a good epic as much as the next person, but there were definitely times when I was like, okay, we get it, let's move on. But hey, I guess that just goes to show how invested you can get in these characters and their stories. Overall, The Green Mile is a movie that manages to balance heavy drama with unexpected moments of humor. It's a testament to the power of great acting and storytelling, and it will leave you thinking about it long after the credits roll. So, if you haven't seen it yet, I highly recommend giving it a watch. And if you have seen it, well, maybe it's time for a rewatch. After all, you can never have too much Tom Hanks in your life. In conclusion, The Green Mile is a must-see movie that will take you on an emotional roller coaster. It has incredible acting, a gripping plot, and moments of unexpected humor that will have you laughing and crying at the same time. Sure, it's long, but that just goes to show how invested you can get in these characters and their stories. So, grab some popcorn, settle in, and get ready for a cinematic experience like no other. Trust me, you won't regret it.